Book Quest is a short and nostalgic adventure with a pixel art style that feels like a warm return to classic RPG roots. The gameplay keeps things simple but engaging, with light puzzles and a retro combat system that's easy to enjoy. Music and visuals work well together, creating a consistent atmosphere throughout the journey. It's a compact game that doesn't try to be more than it is, and that honesty gives it a certain appeal. Those who enjoy laid-back adventuring will appreciate the effort. Fairy Elements unfolds with a light RPG touch, featuring a familiar yet satisfying battle system and a nostalgic pixel art style. The story keeps a steady pace, supported by solid character interactions and a nice balance of humor and drama. Its upgrade mechanics and crafting loop are straightforward, making progression easy to enjoy. The retro soundtrack enhances each moment without overwhelming. A laid-back adventure that keeps things simple while scratching that classic role-playing itch just enough to make it worth the journey. Detective Dai. The Silk Rose Murders weaves an intriguing tale set in ancient China, packed with clever puzzles and sharp dialogue. The pixel art style evokes a strong atmosphere, while the narrative keeps things engaging with thoughtful twists and solid pacing. Voice acting and music add to the immersive setting, making each scene feel purposeful. This game rewards patience and attention, and it's easy to get absorbed in its investigative depth. A smart mystery game that respects the player's curiosity and logic. Gearshifters is a high-octane, side-scrolling vehicular combat game with intense action and satisfying gameplay loops. The mix of roguelite mechanics and vehicle upgrades keeps each run fresh, while the soundtrack fuels the momentum perfectly. Enemy waves, bullet-dodging chaos, and slick controls combine into something thrilling and addictive. Missions grow more challenging without feeling unfair, and unlocking new vehicles adds motivation to push further. A solid choice for those who enjoy arcade shooters with a unique driving twist. Eldgear is a tactical strategy role-playing game set in a magical environment, in the vast and mostly undiscovered area of Argenia, where several countries cohabit. A transformational moment is on the horizon, marking the shift from a medieval to a magical age. During turn-based battle, players may develop their own strategy, choosing to strike quickly like a bolt of lightning or move steadily like the earth itself. The fighting experience is enhanced with engaging pixel animations, which increase immersion and enjoyment. Players may learn area of effect strikes that can destroy enemy groups. Super XYX is a love letter to classic arcade shoot-'em-ups, delivering fast-paced, bullet-dodging action with a modern twist. The pixel art is vibrant, the enemy patterns are intense, and the soundtrack keeps the adrenaline pumping. The game feels tight and responsive, making every dodge and shot satisfying. Power-ups and scoring mechanics add depth, rewarding both skill and risk-taking. It's challenging, but fair, offering that just one more run addiction. If you're a fan of old-school shoot-'em-ups, this is an absolute gem to add to your collection. Dead End City is a gripping vertical shooter set in a post-apocalyptic world where survivors have been captured by the deadly group Scorpio. Players must utilize a chariot to free their family from Scorpio's grasp. Fuel depletes rapidly, so gather as much as you can to prevent an abrupt halt. The game has explosive vertical shoot-'em-up action and 5 distinctively equipped vehicles to pick from. Players must collect gasoline to drive perilous post-apocalyptic roadways, fill their gas tank for increased firepower and score multipliers, and immerse themselves in classic pixel art visuals. Violet Wisteria leans into retro action with a distinct 3-button color mechanic that keeps each battle thoughtfully paced and strategic. The visual style pays homage to classic 16-bit aesthetics while maintaining a sharp, vibrant identity. Music sets an energetic tone that fits the game's pacing. Level design encourages observation and memory, making progression feel earned. A clear love for the genre is felt in every stage. For those craving a focused, methodical platformer, this game makes a strong impression. Rainbow Skies is a strategic RPG with a brilliant isometric design that immerses players in a colorful world full with hazardous dungeons and exhilarating turn-based combat. The game includes 3 youthful heroes, a dynamic universe filled with amazing allies and deadly opponents, strategic turn-based combat, breeding and nursing a broad range of monsters, and the ability to improve characters, weapons, equipment, and fighting skills. Players may also discover hidden riches and acquire priceless relics, as well as play mini-games like an engaging turn-based fishing experience. LASERPITIUM is a love letter to classic side-scrolling shoot-'em-ups with bright visuals, frantic action, and a throbbing vintage soundtrack. The hand-drawn visual style gives each level its own personality, while opponent patterns and monster confrontations keep you on your toes. It's challenging without being unfair, and the variety of ships and weapons allows you to tailor the experience to your preferred playstyle. The performance is smooth, and the arcade atmosphere is consistent throughout. Fans of classic shooters will be perfectly home with this sophisticated sci-fi adrenaline trip. Mugen Souls thrives on outrageous humor, over-the-top battles, and a wild cast that never takes itself too seriously. Combat leans into the absurd with massive combos and customizable party antics that keep battles unpredictable. Its art style beams with color, and the soundtrack adds a fun energy to every moment. While some mechanics feel layered deep, those who stick with it will uncover a world brimming with chaotic charm and offbeat laughs. A joyful chaos wrapped in vibrant, anime-inspired madness. Swords and Bones 2 is a continuation of the action-adventure RPG series, featuring 50 levels filled with peril and treasure. Players engage in combat by parrying enemies, unleashing magical assaults, or vanquishing foes with their blade. Gold accumulates can be used to acquire new gear and abilities. Players can prepare for battle by tailoring their arsenal before each level. Key features include a 16-bit visual style, innovative parry mechanics, 4 new spells to master, classic platforming gameplay, a straightforward narrative, and 2 endings to uncover. Final Vendetta punches hard with classic arcade energy and stylish pixel art. Each hit lands with weight, the combat feeling raw and responsive. The soundtrack hits like a rave-fueled uppercut, keeping momentum high through every brutal stage. Characters are distinct, combos feel satisfying, and the challenge stays fierce without being unfair. A clear homage to 90s beat-em-ups, packed with attitude and sweat-soaked brawls. It's a bold return to bare-knuckle action that respects the genre's roots while keeping things engaging. Battle Axe is an arcade-style hack-and-slash game with outstanding visuals and gameplay. The game centers on the inhabitants of Mercia, who have endured under the harsh rule of Eldgear, a cruel witch. Every 7 years, she arrests citizens and sentences them to servitude. A desperate cry for heroes is issued, calling champions to rise up against her tyranny. An elf, a wizard, and a marauder join the 3 in their quest to eliminate evil. The game has a pixel art pleasure, a rejuvenated hack-and-slash, enhanced controls, and faultless pixel animations.
In the war against evil and sorcery.
Mad King Mac has kidnapped Red's father and stolen his winter acorns. Red must guide him over the realm in search of his lost nuts, conquering obstacles and unlocking powers. Throwing levers, facing Mac's henchmen, hitting ramps, and getting stuck on tar are all new obstacles in each section. To teach Mad King Mac a valuable lesson, unlock unique powers, return to previously visited places, and seek for surprises. Players solve riddles to locate new paths and places to explore in the game, which is half puzzle and part action. The Adventures of Poppe beams with color and creativity, pairing clever level design with light puzzle elements that keep things interesting. Poppe's animations feel smooth, and the soundtrack adds a gentle rhythm to the journey. The environments shift in tone just enough to feel fresh without losing focus. Dialogue is simple, yet warm, and each encounter builds gently toward a satisfying sense of progress. A strong sense of identity makes it easy to stay engaged across every hop, glide, and discovery. In Trinity Fusion, players explore dark sci-fi worlds and participate in quick, fluid combat. The game takes players on a randomized 3D adventure across the multiverse, complete with randomly generated locations and precisely constructed puzzles. Players engage in high-octane battle, employing weapons and attack techniques from fighting games. They confront 3 people from 3 different universes, each with its own set of powers and weapons. The game includes bleak landscapes, deformed creatures, machine-controlled forges, and hazardous soaring cities. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl is an exhilarating platform game in which players take control of renowned Nickelodeon characters from decades past. The game has a range of modes, including online multiplayer, local co-op, and a single-player story, to appeal to diverse player types. Players may work together to defeat difficult bosses, or compete in heated one-on-one bouts to become the ultimate Nickelodeon champion. The game has amazing graphics and an exciting soundtrack that will keep players engaged and ready to fight. Ravva and the Cyclops Curse brings retro magic to life with colorful pixel art and intuitive gameplay that recalls the 8-bit era. Each of Ravva's summons feels unique, creating light puzzle solving across clever level design. Boss fights are simple yet satisfying, and the chiptune soundtrack fits perfectly with the nostalgic atmosphere. It's short but never drags, striking a great balance between action and pacing. For anyone who grew up on classic side-scrollers, this feels like stepping into a lost gem from the past. Wartales invites players into a vast medieval world where strategy and survival go hand in hand. Managing a band of mercenaries, every decision matters from resource gathering to intense turn-based combat. The open-world map encourages exploration and tackling diverse quests, while character progression feels rewarding and meaningful. Its deep tactical layers keep engagement high, and the freedom to approach challenges in multiple ways makes each playthrough unique and satisfying. A truly solid game for lovers of thoughtful RPGs. Decarnation is a hauntingly beautiful psychological horror adventure that combines pixel art with a genuinely moving story. Its bizarre dreamscapes and creepy soundtrack create a disturbing atmosphere, transporting players to a nightmare world full with symbolic riddles and unnerving encounters. The game deftly examines issues of trauma and identity while providing gameplay variety with innovative minigames. The tale is compelling, and the visual approach heightens the ominous tone. Players of narrative-driven horror will enjoy Decarnation, which is both immersive and thought-provoking. Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 Grand Prix is an exciting racing game with 30 playable racers and 70 crew members based on classic Nickelodeon characters. With over 100 characters, players may race on slime-filled circuits, acquire prestigious cups, and unlock over 80 kart improvements. The game has online multiplayer and local arena challenges, with up to 8 players battling online. With tens of thousands of all-star character combinations, gamers may compete in both local and online modes. The game contains 28 slime-filled tracks and 2 arena layouts that immerse players in Nickelodeon's vivid universe. Brawlout hits hard with colorful characters, responsive controls, and a solid combat system that rewards timing and strategy. Each fighter feels distinct, with a variety of moves that keep matches fresh and competitive. The platform fighter mechanics are easy to learn but have enough depth for serious battles. The game thrives in local multiplayer, where chaos and skill collide. With vibrant visuals and energetic pacing, it's a solid pick for anyone craving a brawler with attitude and personality. Quest of Dungeons is a turn-based dungeon crawler with 16-bit graphics. Players must overcome the terrifying Dark Lord, who has stolen all of the world's light. They can be a warrior, wizard, assassin, or shaman, and they must navigate dangerous dungeons, combat powerful adversaries, and collect important loot. The game's generative design ensures that no two playthroughs are the same, providing limitless possibilities and difficulties. Players may expect boss encounters, objectives, and varying difficulty levels. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome!